let me thank the AIOS for this, because this was a paper which was selected. So without any further ado, I'll just start. Are my slides visible? Am I audible?
Yes, loud and clear, ma'am.
So the topic which we are talking about is color defective student doctor, a reality check with clinically applicable test. Although we have devised this test, we have no financial implications. The genesis of the study was from these publications by Dr. Anthony Spalding, who talked about the confessions of a colorblind physician. They are one and only types in the whole world. And he had said that he faced a dilemma while doing his internship, and he never knew that he had color vision defect and the problems he faced. Keeping in mind also that the Gazette of India notification for color vision defective tools for doctors is that when they become doctors, they are not told, they are not informed that they can't pursue this profession. But when they come for a final job, the technical requirements make them unfit. And being in a medical college the last 25 years, I've seen these students, when they come for MBBS joining, they get these tests done and they're told that they're color vision defective. But there are many such students who come to us frustrated. So our aim was the test for CVD assessing fitness for medical graduates need to be reflected upon, revised, and have a realistic clinically applicable test so that we can advise our students. Empathy with these bewildered, frustrated, very intelligent student doctors was the reason for our study. Objectives were: what errors do these color vision defective students do while performing clinical, pre and paraclinical tasks involving color identification? Second objective was generate a color album based on specialty specific tests and signs requiring color identification. And third was relevance of Ishihara for grading color vision defect vis-a-vis the color album. It was a cross-sectional study, observational study for undergraduate students who were color vision defective as per Ishihara criteria, and they were compared with color normal controls from the same hierarchical group. All the students with ocular or systemic diseases related to CVD, which was diabetes, glaucoma, maculopathy, trauma, and on systemic medications were excluded. A picture album was generated over a period of 12 months, which were detailing tasks and procedures requiring color discrimination pertaining to each specialty taught during medical training. This was done by our specialty experts. Then the screening test by the default Ishihara was done, and more than 3 or equal to more than 3 errors was classified as color vision defective. Control group was taken from the same batch of undergraduates. For these students, Farnsworth D15 test was done to categorize type and severity of the CVD. And the color album, then in that they were made to do the test on the color album, and where the tasks were graded according to accuracy vis-a-vis color control peer group. Total error score of each task was noted. In addition, we asked them to fill up a questionnaire detailing difficulties and adaptive strategies used during their color vision deficiency tests. Of the 42 students identified, only 31 consented. So much was the fear and stigma of being labeled as color vision defective in their college. The prevalence of CVD students was 2.8%, lesser than the national average, out of the male population, however, it was almost 5%. The subtypes were deuteranomaly was seen in 61%, followed by deuteranopia in 19%. Protanopia was there in 13%. 6.5% we could not conform to any subtype. This was a brief snapshot of the color album generated by us, where these clinical, preclinical, and paraclinical medical specialty scenarios were collated, and the validity of this color album test was done with the Ishihara, the gold standard, which showed a positive correlation, as it showed a very positive correlation also with the D15 test. The error score was much higher in Ishihara at 22.5 vis-a-vis 4.1 in the color album. So the CA test or the color album test was more realistic representation. The student perception was that Ishihara overestimated their actual problems. Severe CVD students with more errors were more in deuteranopia followed by deuteranomaly. Protans had, again, the anopia people as expected had more errors, and the protanopia people had the maximum problems. Now, analysis of tasks where mistaken color clues read to wrong interpretation were graded as moderate errors, which was more than 4, and minimal less than 3. What we found that seeing shades of red during hematology, blood grouping, peripheral blood smear, Ziehl-Neelsen staling, diagnosing melena, interpreting skin signs of lymphangitis, tinea or miliaria were more problematic. Red-blue differentiation for skin signs of bruise, peripheral cyanosis, and green differentiation in identifying hemolysis were problematic. Minimal errors were there, however, in mucous membrane signs like conjunctival pallor, Chadwick sign, pharyngitis. Stereoscopic clues helped in each time. In the questionnaire where they were trying to ask these questions, they said 90% were unaware of their CVD prior to medical college. Only 1/4 had a positive medical family history. Driving license was there in 52%. Only 38 had actually been subjected to a color vision test. 19% students said chemistry was the most difficult test subject during school. Strategies were different strategies used. So in conclusion, we'll say that doctors who are aware of the limitations are more likely to make corrections, and 48% of the students anticipated problems. 13% said they would never reveal that they have a problem. Counseling was requested. Ishihara test did not reflect. And in the fields of dermatology, pathology, hematology, microbiology, it's challenging. Specific training in the other fields with use of additional adaptive strategies would help. So screening must be done to make students have informed career choices and circumvent the student doubting his learning ability. A medical entrance booklet test is advisable, and it's unethical to debar them from further education once they are proficient. Thank you.
Dr. Gupta, I would tell you that you are on mute.
Thanks, Dr. Kirti, for a wonderful study. Actually, this study should be conducted in more and more institutions, and it will be very useful for the doctors also.
Sir, I would just since you India is the only country in the world which subjects its medical students to color vision tests, and Indian Gazette is the only one in the world where our students, when they qualify the NEET exam, are told that they're technically unfit to pursue further courses, which is absolutely unethical. And if EIWS and the team of doctors join, we can make the students